భాను గారు, అసలు ఎక్స్ట్రాడినరీ ఎబిలిటీ వీసా అంటే ఏంటి?
Okay. See, there are extraordinary ability visas. There are two types. As we discussed, one is O1A, O1 visa. That is non-immigrant visa.
Okay.
Okay, that means it's for temporary status in this country.
Okay.
Other one is immigrant visa.
Okay.
That means it's for the green card, permanent residency in this country. So the criteria for the EB1A, for the immigrant visa, the requirement is that these individuals have a highest qualifications in the field of endeavor in which they would like to pursue their career or endeavor in this country. What I mean to say is that usually the criteria is that individuals who have nationally or internationally recognized awards, like for example, Nobel Peace Prize kaniyandi, Nobel Prizes kaniyandi, lekapothe they won a higher level prizes like Wimbledon or something like that, or winning Padma Bhushan or Padma Shri from India, those kind of things, nationally or internationally recognized awards. If they have those kind of awards, then those people have a slam dunk qualification for the EB1A category or O1A category, right? For example, that's why Nandi Awards plays a lot of role for the film actors from Telugu industry to qualify for O1 visa. O1A visa, even for the EB1A green card also if they want to.
Okay.
So those are the things makes a difference, right? Nandi, Lotus, Padma Awards, basically Lotus Awards, right? And National Awards, basically. Those things matters a lot. And but however, everybody may not have this international recognition awards,
right,
or national level recognition awards, but still they may be really extremely highly qualified or extremely talented, and they will be able to pursue such an endeavors in the US which will benefit the US. For them, alternatively, USA has proposed 10 criteria, and as long as they meet any of the 3 of those 10 criteria, then these people can qualify for the EB1A category.
So, ఇప్పుడు ఈ ఎక్స్ట్రాడినరీ ఎబిలిటీ వీసాలో ఈ 10 క్రైటీరియాస్ ఎలా ఉంటాయి?
ఈ 10 క్రైటీరియాస్ వాళ్ళు ఏమని చేశారంటే, ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ ఇస్ వన్ ఇస్ ఇండివిజువల్ either having a lesser nationally or internationally recognized prize or awards one of the criteria. What does it mean is that if somebody has an evidence of awards for excellence in the field like industry awards kaniyandi, professional association honors kaniyandi, nationally recognized competition wins kaniyandi, and for example ఇప్పుడు lawyer ne example తీసుకుందాం. It becomes easy to explain to me if it's a lawyer, right? As a lawyer, if I've been honored as a peer award by my bar association or anything like that, that can be used, right? Same thing, industry awards. For example, if I've been recognized by the industry as one of the top immigration lawyers by several organizations which have a ability to certify that. For example, if I'm getting top 100 lawyer certification by for example, you've seen top 100 lawyers.
Right.
So those are the ones. If those people recognize my work, recognize the work of a lawyer, and award them with those certifications, those can be used as one of the criteria to show that they qualify for extraordinary ability. That is the first criteria. Second criteria is memberships in associations that require outstanding achievements. That means that membership must require judged excellence. Okay, it's not just having a membership because you're paying the dues. It requires you to have certain requirements, judged excellence, in order to qualify for that membership. They're not going to give you the membership just because you're paying the dues. There are certain criteria to be selected to be part of that particular membership group. And if you can establish that, then that could be one of the criteria which you can use.
Okay.
And the other one is published material about you.
Okay.
For example, any articles in professional or major media. For example, if media like Maha News and everybody publishes information about me, does my interviews and everything, show me that I'm capable of handling certain issues and everything, those things can be used. But they have to include date, title, and author also, who actually publishing these materials about you and everything. For example, if any article comes in the newspaper about an individual, it has to have a date, time, and the author, and the details of the author also, and author's eligibility also, and also the ability to show that publication is a very valid and very viable publication in that particular field in which they're going into that. So those are the things can be also used for the one of the criteria. That is the third criteria. Fourth criteria is individual participating as a judge of the work of the others, right? For instance, if you are in a position where you've been invited to qualify to judge or quantify the work of the others, then you may use that one of the criteria to show that you qualify for this thing, because people won't let you to judge the work of the others unless you have that expertise and knowledge.
Right.
So that can be easily done. Usually these things comes with the peer reviews of the articles, right? In the journals, especially when you're writing journals and the articles, you do the peer reviews for those things.
Right.
And you do the conference abstract reviewings. You know, for example, somebody is presenting in the conference, you do the abstract reviews over there to determine whether it's point or not. You do a competitions of judgments, basically, those things, and you be a thesis committee members also. For example, if somebody is doing a PhD thesis, you will be thesis committee member to evaluate the work of the thesis of the individual and everything. Those things can also be considered in this criteria. That is why it's called participation as a judge of the work of the others. It's very, very important criteria, and these are that's criteria 4, right? So criteria 5 is original contribution of major significance. Like, for example, if you do a notable impact in the field of endeavor in which what you're doing, for example, you found something or you discovered something, you actually develop new formula, right? For example, there was recently in mathematics, German guy, he recently won one of the highest honor in the field of math, basically. He actually found certain numbers in between the integers, and how those numbers are called. I forgot the name because I'm not this thing. So those things can be. He made a notable contribution to the field of math because that changes the entire quantum applied mathematics and the quantum mathematics because of that. So that's where these things will come in. So those are the notable impact which you make. Those things can be usually shown. Usually those are widely adapted methodologies, right? What methodologies you're using for developing, for making these contributions and all these things. And also, if you have any patents in use, those can be shown that there are significant contributions are happening into this particular field. And also, influential research also, right? And industry innovations. As I said, innovations, discoveries, influential research also. You do such a research where it influences the entire generations coming up in that future, in that one, that can be used in this criteria, which is original contribution of major significance. Sixth criteria is authorship of scholarly articles, right? And these articles must be published in professional journals or major media, right? Publishing in a blog, it's not valid. It has to be usually most of the times we look into is, as attorneys, is they're published in academia journals, right? And it's very, very useful to have in those journals or professional journals, basically, or in a conference proceedings. And these conferences are considered to be very prestigious. For example, recently we have a AI summit in India happening. If you present your paper in that, then it's going to be really one. And same thing happened with the CNET conference in Las Vegas last month in January. If you go and present your items, so your research articles and everything there, that can be considered into that. So those are the things which you have to look into it, and these has to be peer reviewed. And so the criteria for this is as many citations you get from the peer reviewed people, from the verified citations, that can be used to show you qualify for this. So authorship of scholarly articles comes into that picture. That's the criteria number 6. And criteria number 7 is display of work artistic exhibitions or showcases, right? Like, for example, this is mainly for the artists. So you do gallery exhibitions, and you do film festivals, curated showcases. Those things can be documented for this purpose, especially for the artists. I think movie artists and those things, we can document this. This is what display of work of artistic exhibitions and showcases. It's criteria 7. It's mainly meant for the artists and the actors. For those people, this will qualify. For directors, I think this will really criteria which we can use for them. Other one, and the 8th criteria is leading or a critical role for distinguished organizations. For example, if you're a senior executive or a flagship projects for a project investigator or anything like that, then you can qualify for it. The criteria is that what position you're filing and what kind of organization it is. For example, if you are an executive vice president for the Tesla, we can use that criteria, right? Because being an executive manager for the Fortune 500 company makes a difference. So those are the criteria we can use for this particular criteria, which is 8th criteria, which is a leading or critical role for distinguished organizations. And the 9th one is higher salary. Or other significantly higher remuneration, right? Most of the time, this is where I have a problem with our prospective clients. They say that I'm making 100K, 200K, 250K. I should qualify for this criteria. But that is a criteria which is really looked into with microscopic view when somebody will qualify for that or not. The reason is the salary can be very determinative based upon the geographical factors, depending on the industry, whether it's common or not in the particular geographic area where they're residing and everything. So that makes a huge difference. If you're living in California, in a Bay Area, and if you're making 500K per year, that is okay. It is not highly significant. But if you're making 800K to million, yes, it is. It is highly significant. So that is what you have to look into. And this is the criteria where we always have a problem with our clients.
Because this is extraordinary ability visa process.
So this is the criteria 9, which they look into. And a very common criteria which we try to document with one of the criteria for all the people. And the final criteria is, 10th criteria is commercial success in the performing arts. This is also meant for the artists, right? So there are 2 criteria in this, particularly meant for the artists and movies, that is, which I discussed previously, and this one is. Here also they will look into it, measured by sales, box office, chart rankings. Many major superstars will qualify for this for coming from India. So we use this criteria very easily. Because their chart boxes box office charts are like crazy. These days, especially from India, they're having 300 crores, 500 crores. That means their chat boxes is like almost 100 million, 200 million, 300 million criteria. So it's easy to show that these films do really qualify. The ticket revenues, we show those documents and everything. Even for the directors also, we use this. And most of the directors, we use this criteria a lot. Same with the artists too. And that's where the whole things come. Even editors, if they're coming here, for those, everybody who are in that, if their movie, if Bahubali editor comes and he wants a EB1A category, we are going to use this one for them. Right? He edited the movie which made how many crores? 2,000 crores. So obviously we can easily document that, right? So those are the things which we can look into this 10 criteria. So these are the 10 criteria. You have to meet any of the 3 criteria. But always safe is, we always look into document at least few more criteria than 3 criteria, so that if the USA has any problem, at least we will be able to safer side, so they can qualify for that. That is what EB1A extraordinary ability requirements are.